I woke up before dawn, the sky still a deep bruise of purple, the kind of quiet where even the birds hadn't started their morning chatter. My mind was on one thing, the wheat. This year's crop was a beauty golden, thick, the best I'd seen in years, maybe ever. That field wasn't just dirt and stalks. It was my family's lifeblood, feeding us for 3 generations. Today was the day to harvest, and I was ready. I brewed a quick coffee, pulled on my boots, and stepped outside, expecting the familiar rustle of wheat in the breeze. Instead, I heard bass thumping, laughter, voices carrying over the hill. My stomach twisted. That noise was coming from Saw field. I broke into a run, boots pounding the dirt path. As I rounded the barn, my jaw hit the ground. There, smack in the middle of my ripe wheat, was a full-blown wedding setup. White chairs lined a trampled path. Tents dotted the edges like some fancy circus. A huge wooden arch, draped in lace and plastic flowers, stood dead center. Candelabras gleamed in the early light. I couldn't breathe. Then I saw her, Lydia, platinum hair and a sharp bob, oversized sunglasses, sipping a mimosa in a silk robe like she was starring in a reality show. She was barking orders at a crew, stomping my crop flat. One guy wrestling a carpet over the wheat stubs, another hacking an aisle with garden shears. I stormed into the field, heart pounding. Lydia didn't even flinch. "Good morning," she chirped like she owned the place. "Keep your truck off the property today, please. Photographers are coming at 9, and I don't want mud in the shots." I blinked, stunned. "This is Saw wheat field," I said, voice shaking. She scoffed. "Oh, relax, it's just grass. You weren't using it." I couldn't believe her nerve. "This grass is my harvest," I shot back. "You're trespassing." She tilted her head, like I was a kid throwing a fit. "Let's be civil. It's one day. My daughter's wedding needs that rustic VYB. We'll be gone by midnight." I looked around, caterers firing up grills, speakers blaring, extension cords snaking from Saw shed. "Lydia," I said, slow and deliberate, "I told you at the town meeting this land isn't for rent." She sipped her drink, unfazed. "And I told you you're selfish. There's no decent scenery around here. You're hoarding it for your plants." My fists clenched. This wasn't just rudeness, it was delusion. "This wheat is months of work," I said. "You're ruining it." She waved me off. "You'll get over it. I'll leave a tip. I saw deep sow. Like my livelihood was a diner napkin." I turned and walked back to the house, her voice trailing about tablecloths or some nonsense. I wasn't listening. I was plotting. My cousin Nate's combined harvester flashed in my mind, and I wondered just how loud it could get. If Lydia wanted rustic, she'd get at me way. Back home, I dialed Nate, "No hello, just, I need the harvester. First light. Can you make it?" A pause. "You hitting the wheat?" he asked. "Not exactly," I said, staring at the chaos outside. "There's a wedding." Another pause, then a chuckle. "You want to harvest saw during the ceremony?" "Dead serious," I said. He laughed hard. "This'll top the pig stampede of '09. My wife, Ellie, came downstairs, rubbing sleep from her eyes. She saw the tents and gasped. What saw she doing? I spilled everything a trespass, Lydia's attitude, my plan. Ellie stared, then said, "I love you, but if you're in jail, I'm not VY citing." My grandpa shuffled in, squinting. "Harvesting?" he asked. "Yup," I said. "Good," he grunted. "Land's for work, not weddings." That sealed it. This wasn't just about wheat. It was about respect. Lydia thought money and a guest list gave her rights to my land. She was wrong. I barely slept, the music from her tents blaring all night, Lydia's voice cutting through like a foghorn. At 4:45 a.m., I was up, pulling on my farm shirt, splashing cold water on my face. The combine's growl echoed as Nate rolled up the dirt road, headlights slicing the dawn. He hopped down, grinning. "She's fueled and hungry," he said, patting the machine like a loyal dog. "Still sure." "Never surer," I replied, voice like steel. Ellie handed us coffee and sandwiches, muttering, "Don't make the news or at least smile if you do." By 6 a.m., guests rolled in SUVs and sedans clogging my property like a car dealership. Women in pastel dresses strutted like models. One guy tried a TikTok dance in my wheat. At 6:15, a VY Olinist started all delicate and sweet. At 6:30, the combine roared to life. It didn't just start. It thundered saw, birds scattered, guests froze, and the first scream came from a guy with a cake stand. A bridesmaid with curlers shrieked next. We inched forward, slow but loud, wheat falling in neat rows. Lydia's voice pierced the air like a siren. "What is happening, Saw?" She stormed down her soggy carpet, heels sinking, face red as a beet. "You're ruining everything." I leaned out the window. "Harvesting," I said coolly. "It's a wheat field. That's what it's for." "Not today," she screamed. "This is my daughter's wedding." "My land," I said. "Your tents are trespassing." She jabbed a finger. "You're doing this on purpose." I smiled. "Yup." Panic spread. Guests clutched dresses, dodging dust clouds. Some ran for cars. Lydia's giant feathered hat caught a gust and shredded in the blades, feathers flying like angry confetti. Nate honked the horn, a deep bleat, and laughed. The bride, poor thing, was near tears, her dress smudged with dirt. Lydia yelled at her to hold it together, oblivious us to the chaos she'd caused. The sheriff arrived, called by some frantic guest. Lydia wailed about a giant tractor threatening lives. The sheriff raised an eyebrow. "That's a combine, and he owns the land. Looks like he's working, but it's ruining the wedding," she cried. He shrugged. "Should have booked a venue." That shut her up. By the time we hit the halfway mark, the wedding was done not by schedule, but surrender. Guests fled, dust trailing their tires. The bride sat under the tilted arch, mascara streaking. Lydia looked like her world had collapsed. Nate slowed the combine. "Think it'd go this far?" he asked. "No," I said, eyeing the harvested field. "But it had to." By noon, the venue was a wreck, chairs toppled, lace tangled in wheat stubs, champagne glasses scattered like broken dreams. My phone buzzed. "Officer Daniels," the voice said. "Ms. Lydia Carter claims you endangered people and sabotaged her daughter's wedding." I didn't flinch. I was harvesting my crop on my land. "Come see the property lines." They were already there. Lydia was ranting to two officers, flanked by guests wah-vying flutes like picket signs. She called the combine a death machine, and me a hater of love. Officer Daniels, unimpressed, cut her off. "We checked the lines. He's within his rights. No trespassing signs are clear." I showed them a video from the night before, Lydia laughing, saying, "He's just a grumpy farmer. He'll sulk." Then drone footage of her crew cutting wheat, setting up without permission. I handed over a letter I'd sent the HOA, stating my field wasn't for events. The younger officer muttered, "She forged a permit." Lydia stammered, blaming an assistant. Daniels wasn't buying it. "That's a citation for trespassing and false documents," he said. "You may owe damages." Lydia's hand shook. This was supposed to be the happiest day. I leaned in. "It can be just not on stolen land." Her daughter, Mia, slipped out of a car, dress streaked, eyes red. "I just wanted a beautiful wedding," she whispered. "I didn't know Mom lied." I softened. "You can still have one, somewhere you're allowed." She gave a faint smile and left. The HOA called later, apologizing. Lydia had acted alone, forging documents. Her privy legacies were suspended. My field, now cleanly cut, glowed under the sunset. It wasn't just about wheat, it was about boundaries. Lydia learned the hard way. Farmers don't mess around. She didn't stay quiet. By morning, her social media was a wars and selfies by the wrecked arch, a tearful rant about a rural attack, hashtags like the wedding massacre. But the town wasn't on her side. Comments roasted her. Bet the wheat said, "I do" to the combine. Memes spread, one with tractor sounds and Lydia's country meltdown flashing. She sued me for Law 25,000, claiming trauma and sabotage. I walked into court with drone footage, recordings, and HOA emails. The judge, a no-nonsense guy named Harris, saw it through her. "Ms. Carter, did you sign this forge permit?" he asked. She squirmed. "Maybe my assistant." He shut her down. "That's perjury." My EVY Denke sealed a case dismissed. He warned her she was lucky I didn't count a sue. I filed a small claim to register her trespass, ensuring future violations meant fines or jail. The news ate it up. Farmer crushes wedding crasher in court. My farm's website got hits. Bakeries called for my wheat. Nate and I sipped coffee by the field, laughing. You brought a combine to a wedding, he said. They brought a wedding to a harvest, I corrected. A week later, the town asked to host the harvest festival on my land. I agreed. Bouncy castles, lemonade stands, and hay bales replaced Lydia's tents. Nate parked the combine with a sign, Wedding Crasher, Photo Ops. Kids loved it. Ellie's wheat biscuits sold out. Mia showed up, no gown, just a simple dress. This is what a real celebration looks like, she said, watching families laugh. I should have asked questions. I nodded. It's not decorations, it's respect. She stayed, serving tea, playing with kids, even snapping a combined photo, smiling at last. Lydia? Holed up at home, reportedly whining about festival noise. Her complaint got tossed. As the sun set, Grandpa looked at the field. This land's seen storms, but never people stand up for it like this, he said. You did good. I posted a photo of the combine at twilight. Respect the land, it feeds you. Steal it, it roars. It went viral. Comments poured in. Best karma ever. That combine needs an Oscar. One asked, what did Saw You Saw do if someone stole your land for a wedding? Thousands answered flood the field. Release bees, blast Metallica. That was the win. People got it. Land is history. Work, respect. Lydia became a cautionary tale, a joke. Don't pull a Lydia, folks said. My field stood quiet again, but had spoken loud. Nobody steals from a farmer with a combine and a point to prove. So what does Saw You Saw think? Was I too harsh? Or did Lydia get what she deserved? Should Mia have stepped in sooner? Or was she just caught in her mom's mess? What's the wildest way you'd protect your property? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more stories where justice rolls in on steel wheels.